Welcome to a special Huddle in Place edition of Talks Within the Nine-Sided Circle with your hosts Noor Kyle and Mushtaq Ali.
Hi everyone, and welcome to what I believe is our fourth session of Huddle in Place with the Nine-Sided Circle. I'm Noor Kyle, and I'm in LA.
And I'm Mushtaq Ali, and I'm in Silicon Valley.
Yep, and not much has changed. We're hearing about loved ones who have come down with COVID-19 back on the East Coast, and I think that means that this is a great time to talk about the topic that I've been inspired to bring forward today, which is equanimity. And this means balance, or literally it means with equal mind. And according to dictionary.com, it means the mental or emotional stability or composure, especially under tension or strain, i.e. calmness, composure. So that's what we're thinking about today.
And we definitely need some of that, especially as we watch the virus shift its focus from the West Coast to New York City.
Yep.
That big island where everybody is shoved together.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's ongoing here, obviously, but the epicenter is definitely New York City, and it's on our minds. Yeah.
Yep.
So, in light of that, these are extreme circumstances, and staying balanced is difficult, even under the best of circumstances, but certainly now it's a skill that is invaluable for us to utilize. And it's not complacency, it's not dissociating, it's not indifference, it's not shying away from challenges. It's about being with them. It's about being in the eye of the storm and knowing that things are going to be, I don't want to say they're going to be okay, because that can strike people as kind of a washing away of the seriousness of these circumstances, and that's not my intention at all. What I mean when I say that is that we can find peace in the moment.
And how can we do that?
Well, basically it means letting our emotions arise without judgment. It means observing our behaviors and accepting them as they come, because we're going to do things we may not expect right now, but all of those feelings are welcome. We need to welcome them.
And so if I'm feeling anxious, how do I cope with that?
How do we cope with that? I mean, I think one of the first things we can do is utilize breath practice, as we talked about in previous videos, and I'm sure we'll provide a link to that. I think that was 2 videos ago, so video number 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that will be up here, right about here.
Yeah. So I think that's the greatest way to get started. That allows you the space to witness your emotions as they come up, to witness your trigger behaviors as they come up, and to make friends with them, to see them as valuable in and of themselves. Because when it comes to staying balanced, equanimity means that we allow ourselves to see the whole picture. And in turn, that allows us to stay whole in the midst of crisis. I think that's very important right now.
Essential, actually.
Yeah, it allows us to keep a broad panoramic perspective, as opposed to getting lost, like hyper-focused and narrow-focused in the details and the extremes of, the headlines that we're seeing and the fears that keep us up at 2 a.m. Those are scary moments. And the best gift we can offer ourselves when we're stuck at home or we're reading news that scares us is to be present, to realize we're in the eye of the storm, and we can still be okay in the midst of that in this moment. What do you think, Mushtaq?
I think that that's exactly right.
Yeah.
When our emotions start, they will want to run away with us.
Yep.
And to achieve equanimity, we need to, I never can pronounce that word right.
You're doing equanimity, it goes both ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the equal whatsits. To achieve that, you have to make the natural galloping away of emotion pause for a second. It's what we call in the Sufi business wukuf, the pause.
Yep.
And we do that by literally focusing on our breath and just observing. Observe whatever is. Don't try to stop anything. Don't try and suppress anything. Just be there with it.
Mm-hmm.
And to quote one of the enlightened guys, a fellow by the name of Adyashanti, he has the best description of what to do that I've ever run across, which is to allow everything to be as it already is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, you will find the inner peace that you need.
Yeah. And I think it's important to point out that this may be a baby steps kind of thing. You're not going to suddenly be Zen if that's not what's coming to you. I mean, when I say that, I mean, this can take a little practice, this equanimity thing.
Yeah, a day or two at least.
Yeah. A day or two, yeah, a lifetime. But the baby steps are important. The baby steps give you that peace of mind in order to hold your groundedness and to be there for the people around you and to look out for yourself. Any little bit of equanimity that you can cultivate is worthwhile. Yeah. So with that said, we're thinking of all of you. We are thinking of our loved ones who are going through a difficult time right now, and yours too, because inevitably some of you are in the same boat.
Yep,
So,
and we're thinking that one way or to other, we will get through this.
yes, yeah. Yep.
All right, so with no further ado then, we are going to sign off and say thank you for taking a moment to listen to us, and we'll see you again tomorrow with something equally fun and weird.
Yeah. We'll cheer you guys up tomorrow. All right. Take good care.